All right, y'all. What's up? I'm Shay, aka Shay the Advocate, and I know, I've been doing this whole hospital horror story series, and I've been doing pretty good with being consistent up until the point I ended up in the hospital. Then it kind of threw everything off, threw everything out of whack, so I'm finally getting it together. Bear with me. I'll be back. We're doing a brief intermission on the hospital horror stories, and we're going to do a new short series, and it's going to be entitled Storytime with a Recovering Crash Out by yours truly. I am not in no way, shape, or form, glamorizing or making it a good thing to lose your temper or to, as they call it, crash out. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I've come very far. I'm proud of myself. And I want you guys just to know how far that far has come, if that makes sense. Now, some of these stories are going to be entertaining, funny. Some going to be a little tad bit scary. Some might even be unbelievable because of how far I've came. But this is my story. This is my testimony. And I'm going to keep it going. And I'm going to keep giving you guys these stories as long as you support me. Follow, share, subscribe. Make sure you're liking. Okay? Wherever you at, get comfortable. Pull up a chair. And let's have this conversation about the story side real quick. All right. So, we're going to flash back. 2013. I was pregnant with my daughter. I was still with her father. This again is a old story. I'm not this person anymore. I've come a long way. All right, so we're in it. It is, again, year 2013. I'm pregnant with Nyla, with her daddy, in a very toxic relationship. And when I say toxic, I mean toxic, like toxic. Not so much Bobby and Whitney, maybe Rihanna and Chris. I don't even think it's that. What I'm saying is, when you know you're not in a great relationship and that person don't bring out the best in you, it's time to move along. This was kind of the beginning of the end for me, honestly, because from this point, it was kind of like, oh no, I'm too crazy for this. So, we're arguing, we're getting into it as couples do, especially when you're toxic. At the time, we had a townhome. In the townhome, we had stairs. We just so happened to be at the top of the stairs arguing, right? And so, in his frustration, he kind of shoves me back some in my stomach. Again, we're at the top of the staircase. So, did I lose my balance? No. Did I fall? No. Of course not. However, anything could happen. And that was just a very dangerous situation that could have been avoided had you just kept your hands to yourself. Anywho, I was very upset, to say the least. Very, very upset. And I knew if I did not de-escalate that situation, it was going to go to places that would have led me in jail while pregnant. So I politely left to de-escalate. I went to my cousin's house. I spent the entire day. When I say the whole day, I mean the whole day. Okay? And I went home around midnight, right? I get home. This man is asleep. I mean, in a deep, just REM, just I am not even thinking about what I did earlier type sleep. And I ain't gonna lie, it pissed me off. It did. I was instantly mad again. Because it's like, oh, so you think you safe. Okay. So I politely went to the kitchen and I grabbed a kitchen utensil that you use when you want something to kitchen utensil with. And I went back upstairs to where he was at, and I put it up to his neck, and I woke him up politely. I tapped him, and he looked at me, and he looked down at the object that I was holding, and then I said, hey, you see how you woke up just now? Next time, you won't. Keep your hands to yourself. Or next time, it won't be no next time. And I meant that from the depths of my soul. He knew I meant it. How I know he know that I meant it is because he never did it again. With that being said, that is the short story time I have for you guys for the recovering crash out. Now, again, I'm not glamorizing or glorifying crashing out. I'm simply letting you know how far I've come and letting you know that you can leave situations that do not serve you, that don't make you better. Never feel like you have to stay for any reason, kids or not, right? So with that being said, until next time, if you enjoyed this story, give me a like, give me a comment, and make sure you let me know you want to hear more. I have plenty, unfortunately. And, you know, with that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. Until next time, folks, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Peace.